Today, we'll be talking about the stage play Timbuktu with the founder of the St. Louis Black Repertory Company, Ron Himes, today on The Bernie Hayes Show. Welcome back. Timbuktu, scandal, schemes, and passion. Twisted words, time not at fate. Set in West Africa, a wily post talks his way out of a troubled time and time again. Out of troubled time and time again, while his beautiful daughter meets and falls in love with the young wazir. Ron Himes, welcome back.
Thank you, Bernie. It's good to be back.
Timbuktu.
Timbuktu,
You know, when
yes.
people think about Timbuktu, they think about ancient Africa.
That's
you know,
it.
And then, so tell us about the play going on now, right now, man.
Well, the play is Timbuktu. It's set in West Africa, but it's actually based on the old Broadway play musical Kismet.
Oh.
And Kismet was, you know, the original musical that had Strangers in Paradise.
Sure.
And This Is My Beloved, Baubles, Bangles, and Beads. Well, in the late 70s, Geoffrey Holder revised the Kismet and moved it from the Orient to West Africa, around Mali and the Sudan.
Sure.
And so in doing that, he added West African music motifs to the score. Of course, the costumes that he designed were just, you know, fabulous and had a real sort of, you know, West African flavor to them. The choreography and the movement and everything. And of course, you know, on Broadway, this was the vehicle that featured Eartha Kitt.
Sure, yeah. On Broadway, yeah.
Yeah.
So Ron, tell us about Timbuktu. Are you directing or inside it?
Yeah, so the production here, I'm directing the production here. And we've got a wonderful cast led by Dwayne Foster, who plays the poet. The show runs now through June 9th. This is actually the second time that we produced it. We produced it in 1985, back in the 23rd Street days,
yes,
with the late Linda Kennedy playing the Eartha Kitt role.
Right.
And so I'm just
Miracle
happy
on
to have opportunity to produce it and direct it again.
Do you get as much satisfaction out of directing as you do acting?
I think I still enjoy doing both. Excuse me, going back and forth. I find that one still feeds the other for me. You know, when I'm having an opportunity to act, it sort of, you know, keeps me in touch with working with actors and, you know, knowing what actors going through, and sort of helps me help them when I'm directing. So I still enjoy going back and forth very much.
But you, on each thing, and you have long seasons sometimes, do you read every play? I guess you must, huh?
Oh, yeah. And many more to get to the 5 that we do.
Sure.
So, you know, we do 5 plays a season, and I'll read a number of scripts, you know, before we decide what the final program is going to be.
Is there a certain time limit that you have, or is there a general time that it takes to prepare?
Well, usually it's about this time in the season, about when the last show of the season is getting ready to start, is when we're ready to announce next season.
Okay.
So we're real close to announcing season 48 now.
Season 48 already?
Season 48 will be coming up before we know it, and we should be making that announcement in the next couple of weeks.
Tell us about Timbuktu and why we should see it.
I think you should see it because, it's, as I said, you know, it's got these great songs in it, Stranger in Paradise, This Is My Beloved. But also we have 21 people in the cast. We've got 8 people in the pit. We've got a fabulous West African percussionist who's on stage playing djembe and West African drums. And it's beautiful. It's just scenically beautiful. The set is wonderful. The costumes are really, really wonderful. And it's a talented young cast. A vast age range of cast members.
Okay. It says, scandals, schemes, and passion. Twisted words, time not at fate. What
yes.
does that mean?
Well, the poet, when the play starts out, the poet is poor. He's hungry. He and his daughter are trying to figure out how they're going to, get their next meal, really. And a traveler comes along who has a curse put on him and says that he would never find his son again. And so the poet cons him basically to believe that he can undo the curse. He can undo the spell.
Wow, they had con men back then.
Right, and that he could help him find his son in Timbuktu.
Okay.
And as Twisted Fate has it, he manages to do it in spite of himself.
Wow.
And so the wazir winds up being the long lost son of Imbala. Imbala is the river pirate who has his gang of pirates. And so, there are a lot of characters in the play. But there are two main couples. The poet winds up falling in love with Salim Laloum, which was the Eartha Kitt role.
Okay, yeah.
And his daughter, Marsina, winds up falling in love with the young prince.
That's the twist.
That's the twist, yeah. And so, we have two couples who live happily ever after in the end.
This is wonderful. Happily ever after. That's the way I all look for, right?
Oh, yeah.
We have a graphic of it, one of the scenes that we can show. How can we reach you, Ron?
Well, you can get ticket information on the phone by calling us at 314-534-3810. Or you can get tickets online at theblackrep.org. I think this is a shot of Dwayne Foster, who plays the poet.
Okay.
In the background there, we see Amarashi Kula, who plays Salim Laloum.
Maybe get a close-up of him. Yeah. Okay, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and Dwayne, and all 20 of these actors are local. The choreographer, you can sort of see her right behind Salim Laloum, is Haley Riney. She's a recent graduate from Webster University, young, talented. She's choreographed all of the dance and musical numbers in the show, and has done a really, really good job. Colin Healy is our musical director. We have 8 musicians in the pit, and it's really, really a big production for us.
8 musicians in the pit.
8 musicians in the pit, 20 people on stage. So it's
it's a big production.
It's major.
Tell us, Ron, about the setting. How do you get the sets? Was it difficult making the sets?
Yeah, well, Dunzi Dye, who was a professor, he just retired. He was a professor for 27 years at Webster as well, designed the set. He also designed the set earlier in the season for Hold On, the world premiere that we started the season with. So Dunzi he's been designing for us probably over 20 years now, and just does amazing work. And his research is always impeccable. His concepts are always so creative. And so he designed the set for this. Christy Osei is our costume designer, and Sean Savoy is the lighting designer, and Justin Schmitz is our sound designer. So we have a really, really good creative team. A lot of them who've worked together before, and all of them who've worked with me before. So it's been a great collaboration.
We have about a minute left. How long did it take you to assemble the cast?
Oh, well, we do auditions at the beginning of the season. So some of these people auditioned back in the fall and have just been on ice until we went into rehearsal. And it took us, we had to do a couple of callbacks because, we needed people who could sing, who could dance, who could act, who could do it all, and then who also had the schedule, the time commitment that it takes to mount a show like this.
So, Ron, if they bought tickets, they're tax deductible, right?
Not if they buy tickets.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If they make donations.
Donations
are tax deductible.
Yeah, sure, okay.
But tickets are not.
Certainly. How can one ticket again?
Ticket information, more information about group sales. We have discounts for groups at 314-534-3810. That's 314-534-3810 for ticket information, group sale information, and also information about any of our other programs.
So how long does this play run in Well, how long is it?
The
When
play
does
is
it end?
running now through June 9th.
Okay.
With performances Wednesday through Sunday.
And what time are the performances?
Wednesdays and Thursdays, performances are at 7 o'clock. Friday and Saturday at 8 o'clock. And Sunday matinees at 3 o'clock. Next Wednesday, the 22nd, I believe, there's a 10 a.m. matinee.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we do a midweek matinee of one performance of all the shows because we find that seniors like to come in the day. And then that also allows us to also bus students in. So what used to just be student matinees have now become our intergenerational matinee.
That's wonderful.
And we have a wonderful mix of seniors and students who come to that Wednesday morning performance.
Well, with Ron Himes talking about the stage play Timbuktu, where he's directing, and we're at the New Life Evangelistic Center, and back with Ron Himes after this.
A lot of people are experiencing some difficult times walking through the journey of life, feeling that they're just totally overwhelmed. Maybe you're one of those individuals. I want to encourage you to get in God's Word, know that He loves you, He'll never forsake you, He's got a purpose for your life. If you haven't reached out and helped somebody lately, there's so many people that need help at this time. And those opportunities are available to you at New Life Evangelistic Center. We have search and rescue teams that are going out, finding people everywhere, and taking them to the direct help they need, helping them break the cycle of homelessness, going out to a wide variety of residential living programs we have. So many people hurting at this particular moment, and many that are in need. And you're going to feel good about helping somebody else that's in need. So if you want further information, call us at 314-421-3020. You can give online at nlecstl.org. You can volunteer, and most of all, you can really pray. We need prayer warriors at this time, facing some critical needs at this moment, and your prayers will definitely make a big difference for good. So please continue to keep us in your prayers here at the New Life Evangelistic Center.
Faith, hope, and love are the cardinal virtues of Christianity, and we're all going to grow together at a special dinner that NLEC is throwing for you. Don't miss this important event on Friday, June 21st, where we will experience and grow in our faith, hope, and love together as we listen to the stories of how God's grace is changing lives through partners like you. Register for this special event by going online to nlecstl.org or call 314-421-3020. Again, 314-421-3020. Don't wait and register today. This is a very exciting event where we expect to grow in our faith, hope, and love together as we listen to the radical change that God is causing in our city because of caring partners like you. Register today.
Welcome back. My guest is Ron Himes, the founder of the St. Louis Black Repertory Company. Ron, you say the season 48 is about to start?
Yes. Yes, we've got, after Timbuktu, we have one more production this season. August Wilson's King Hedley II will start on Juneteenth. And will run through July 14th. So that'll be the final production of season 47. And then we'll be back in September with the new season, kicking off the new season.
You were talking about intergenerational before we went on the break. Do young children also enjoy Timbuktu?
Oh, yeah. And actually, there are a couple of high schoolers who are in the cast. And there are about a half a dozen teenagers who are working backstage. Wow. There are a couple of teenagers who are running the follow spots. There are a couple of teenagers who are working on the sound crew, on the light crew, and on the costume crew. So we have this Teen Tech program where we train teenagers to work backstage in technical positions.
Okay. Ron, I've known you close to 50 years now. But for those who haven't seen you that often, even on this show or other shows, tell us about Ron Himes and the origination of the Black Rap.
Well, Bernie, I was an undergrad student at Washington University. I had friends who were theater majors, but not feeling like they were getting a lot of opportunities through the theater department. And so I suggested that they stop complaining so much and that we start putting on our own plays.
Do your own thing. Huh?
Right. I said, we pay tuition, and tuition means that we should have access to the facilities. And so we started a student group, and we began performing regularly on campus. And then we began, going to other campuses. And eventually we got a home at the 23rd Street Theater at 23rd and St. Louis Avenue.
The Miracle.
And that student group evolved to become the Black Rep.
Okay. There's so much to talk about and so many things that you've done. I want to find out where Timbuktu is playing, what theater is playing in, and how we can get more ticket information.
Timbuktu is playing at the Edison Theater. So, as I just said, we started as a student group at Washington University and spent 10 years at the 23rd Street on 23rd Street Theater on St. Louis Avenue. And then we spent 20 years in Grand Center. And now we're back full circle, back at Washington University.
So Edison Theater is on Washington
Edison Theater.
campus?
Yeah, Edison Theater is on the campus of Washington University.
Okay.
And we've been there in residence for the past 10 years now.
How would we get to the Edison Theater?
It's located at 6465 Forsyth, which is between Skinker and Big Bend, and it's right there, and sort of halfway between Skinker and Big Bend. You can't miss it.
So once again, tell us how we can get tickets and more information.
Right. Just call us at 314-534-3810 for tickets, for information, for group sale information, or you can go online and buy your tickets at theblackrep.org. You can also make donations online. You can buy your tickets online.
Tell us some success stories from the St. Louis Black Repertory Company, and as it relates even to Timbuktu.
Well, as I mentioned, Dwayne Foster, who's an amazing educator in our community, taught for a number of years in the Normandy School District, is now, I think, an assistant principal at an elementary school in St. Louis Public Schools. But Dwayne had his years in New York City, has a number of Broadway credits, was in Ragtime on Broadway and a number of other shows, but decided to come back home to be an educator. Keith Tyrone is also in the production, a product of East St. Louis, also had been in New York and was on Broadway and Once on This Island, Five Guys Named Mo. He also is now an educator teaching at the Grand Center Arts Academy. So we have a number of educators in the production. We have young people, we have our AmeriCorps Fellows. We have 4 or 5 of those who are in the production or working on the production as well. We have people who've gone through our education program who are working at companies all over the city. Some are working at the Muni, some are working at Metro, some are working at the Prison Performing Arts Program. So I think that we've had a tremendous impact on the arts ecology in this community.
For a casting call, these people you just mentioned, do they call you or they just look for the cast?
Yeah, usually people look for our audition notice. We usually do a big audition for the season in the fall, and we attempt to try to cast all 5 plays from that call. Or either what we'll do is we'll build a callback list, which is what we did for this production of Timbuktu. So some of these people auditioned last fall and have just been on hold until 4 weeks ago when we went into rehearsal.
Okay. Tell us about Timbuktu. Tell us about the good press you're getting. I understand the press is fantastic.
Oh, yeah. We had our first preview already, and audiences for the first 2 previews have really, really enjoyed it. We've been getting great feedback. People already posted on social media, on Facebook and Instagram.
I've read about it, yeah.
About how much they're enjoying the show. On Wednesday, we had a group, the Etta Boulay, were at the theater on Wednesday, and they really enjoyed it. And I think that, this is a show that the whole family will enjoy. It's great music, it's great singing and dancing, and it's really a fairy tale in a lot of ways. A commoner girl meets the prince and marries him and lives happily ever after, the kind of stuff that makes for good fairy tales.
We have another minute in this segment, Ron. I understand that a lot of people from out of town actually books and come to see your production.
Yeah, we try to have a broad reach and throughout the state, throughout the region. Of course, across the river, we have, the metro area. But there was a guy who came in and interviewed me. He's a professor at a college in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
And is studying musical theater, writing a new book about it, actually. And so he came in and saw the performance on Wednesday night and then interviewed me on Thursday for his new book. So hopefully, people will continue to come. And we are, one of our big plans for season 48 is to try to do more outreach in a 250-mile radius to get people coming in, so that, like you see buses at the Symphony and at the Fox. That you see buses outside
Black
the
Rep.
Edison Theater. Yeah.
That's great. Ron Himes is our guest, and I want to come back, Ron, and ask you about the touring company, too, especially for your summer programs. We're at the New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri, where Reverend Larry Rice has been protecting and helping those in need for more than 52 years. I'm Bernie Hayes, back with Ron Himes after this.
You see, faith is an action word. You and I see that in James chapter 2, 14 through 19, where it says, "What good is it, my brothers and sisters, if someone claims to have faith but has no deeds? Can such faith save them? Suppose a brother or sisters without clothes and daily food. If one of you says to them, 'Go in peace, keep warm and well fed,' but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it? In the same way, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. But someone will say, 'You have faith, I have deeds. Show me your faith without deeds, and I'll show you my faith by my deeds. You believe there's one God, good. Even the demons believe that and shudder.'" 31:8 tells us to this: "Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly, defend the rights of the poor and needy." So we have to do that. Fact is that you and I, if we claim we have faith, we're going to want to do something with that faith, and that is help the poor, the fatherless, the widowed, the hurting, the homeless.
Our Black History subject for today is Morgan Freeman, born June 1937 in Memphis, Tennessee. In the early 60s, he moved to New York City. In 1967, he landed a part in an all-African-American Broadway production of Hello, Dolly, starring Pearl Bailey. In 1971, he started appearing regularly on The Electric Company, playing such characters as Easy Rider, Mel Mounds, and Count Dracula. Freeman landed a part in Robert Redford's film Brubaker in 1980 and 2 years in the cast of the soap opera Another World. He was narrator for the TV miniseries The Atlanta Murders. In 1987, he was cast in the film Smart Street, earning him an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor, and later a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor and second Oscar in 1989's Driving Miss Daisy. That same year, he also starred in Glory, and by the 1990, Freeman was starring in films such as Shawshank Redemption, Seven, and Deep Impact. In 2005, he won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in Clint Eastwood's $1 Million Baby. And in September 2016, President Barack Obama presented Freeman with a National Medals Award. Morgan Freeman.
We praise God for the ways in which He uses the gospel to change us. That's what we experience here at New Life Evangelistic Center when we bring people in and we show them the love of Christ with our words and our actions. We call this lifestyle evangelism, and we want you to get involved in that important work today. You can do that by calling 314-421-3020. Again, 314-421-3020. Or go online to nlecstl.org. At the website or by giving us a call, we will equip you with the knowledge that you need to get more involved in the work here at New Life. And when you do that, you will see the change, the victory that God will cause in your own life and in the lives of others that by your gracious partnership we're able to touch with the love of Jesus Christ. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Welcome back. We have the founder of the St. Louis Black Repertory Company, Mr. Ron Himes. And Ron, Bob Dimmler wanted to know about parking and so forth at Edison Theater and so forth. Tell us about that.
Well, there's a parking garage right attached to the building, and there's also surface parking on campus. And parking is free, and it's very accessible, close to the theater.
Do you have senior discounts?
We have senior discounts. We have student discounts.
Oh, wow.
Wednesday tickets. All tickets on Wednesday nights are $20.
Wow.
The Wednesday matinee that I mentioned and the Wednesday evening performances are $20. We have senior discounts, student discounts. We have military discounts. We have educator discounts. We want people to be able to come out to see the show. We have a campaign called Put a Child in a Seat,
Okay.
where we have a X number of seats available for children young people who can't afford tickets. People make contributions to the Put a Child in a Seat fund, and that allows us to give free tickets away to youth and to youth groups as well.
You're ADA accessible also, right?
Yes, we are. The theater is accessible, and this production, we actually are working with the group Mind's Eye, who will be doing interpreting for seeing impaired patrons as well.
That's wonderful. What about the touring company? The summer, especially summer.
For the summer, our touring company works throughout the region in the schools and community centers and the libraries. We had 3 productions that went into the schools this year. We're winding that up now as the school year is winding up. And actually, most of those fellows who do the work that we do in the schools, excuse me, are in Timbuktu.
Wow.
So, they had an opportunity to be on the main stage, which they're very happy about. And we're already in the process of planning the touring shows for next year.
I've seen you doing the Slicks commercials recently, too. But tell us, Ron, once again, Timbuktu, how long it's going to run, how we get tickets to it.
Timbuktu will run now through June 9th.
Okay.
To get tickets or more information, you can call us at 314-534-3810 or go online to theblackrep.org. Timbuktu runs through June 9th. The next production that'll close out season 47 is August Wilson's King Hedley II. It will begin on June 19th and run through July 14th and features Denise Times, J. Samuel Davis, Kim Sullivan, Karamu Kush, Alex J., and Giovanni Jones are in that production of King Hedley II.
How do you remember all these names, man? I guess it's your baby, dog. You must, huh?
Well, I struggle some, but the memory's still working for me a bit.
Or being the founder of the St. Louis Black Repertory Company, I guess that's really in itself a majority of takes the majority of talent and a lot of wisdom also. So, Ron, tell us about why again we should watch Timbuktu.
I think you should watch Timbuktu because it's a wonderful, wonderful music, and it's a rare, rare event. As I mentioned, Timbuktu was produced on Broadway in 1978. It went on a national tour, and it appeared in St. Louis at the Old American Theater in 1979.
Yeah.
Then the Black Rep, we produced it on St. Louis Avenue in 1985. It has not been produced since then. So this is one of the great Black Broadway musicals that is very, very rarely produced.
With live musicians.
With live musicians, and I think that it's a rare occasion that I think the St. Louis community should really take advantage of.
Should be a family affair, right?
Fun for the whole family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to tell me, Ron, about
just
Timbuktu?
Bernie, I always appreciate coming out, talking to you, appreciate the support, and hope that, the people who watch your program make their way to the Black Rep.
Well, they certainly will. Once again, where is the Black Rep and when can we get tickets?
This production is on the campus of Washington University at the Edison Theater.
Okay. So, Ron Himes, cast of Timbuktu, be running through June 9th.
Yes.
Okay, we can get tickets?
You get tickets at 314-534-3810 or theblackrep.org. And, we've got a special offer for King Hedley II, so you can get information about that as well.
Wonderful. Ron Himes, founder of the St. Louis Black Repertory Company, actor and director. I'm Bernie Hayes here at the New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. Support Larry Rice. Support the New Life Evangelistic Center with a tax-free donation. I'm Bernie Hayes. Have a great day.